Yeah, forever.
Welcome to Your Only Friends, where friendship is first, but comedy is always. I'm your host, Jared Dykas. This is a reminder, we are your only friends. Today, for episode 36 of Your Only Friends, we have two hell of a guys right in front of me. Both of them I've met about a year and a half ago now, and we'll get into it. They are the founders of Breaking and Entering Comedy, B&E Comedy. You might have seen them or recognized them from legitimately packing the house. They sold out Coastal Creative twice in the same day. They're someone that I look up to because of their work ethic, their business acumen, and their passion for comedy. I welcome to Your Only Friends, Mr. Bobby Levine and Eli Lenington. Let's put it in, guys.
Let's go.
Love you, brother.
So is that it? Is that all we got to say?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Or we can wrap it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're good to go.
We're good to go.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm kidding, guys. Wait. So I met the both of you at Sunshine.
Yep.
But talk to me about that first show that you guys did. Like, what was the reason behind bringing all your friends out to Sunshine, and how did that start, kind of? We're going to get into Sunrise and all that fun stuff, but talk to me about, like, why did you guys have an inkling? Because for those who don't know, these motherfuckers, they sell tickets. They do. And you could say what you want about comedy, and you could say what you want about jokesmanship, but these motherfuckers put asses in seats, and they're very hot asses, some of them, let me say.
Beautiful people. man.
Beautiful people,
Beautiful people.
men and women.
Absolutely.
But talk to me about, like, why did you start inviting friends to open mic comedy to have you guys see, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so I'll let Bobby go, but when I think about it, I remember maybe like the first or second mic that we invited people to, and we probably brought like 40 or 50 people out to Sunshine. And I remember one of the stand-up comedians got up there and he's like, "Where the hell did all you guys come from?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Why are you out here?"
Yeah.
And we had fun that night. And it was just a mic, right? It was a lot of fun. But I think Bobby and I kind of looked at it and we were like, "Dude, like, why don't we try to put something together and put a show on?" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, Sunshine was.
How quickly
Nice
were you
house.
in your comedic journey were you to think to put on a show?
Way too early.
Yeah, but what is it, like 2-3 months?
Yeah, so Eli,
That's sick.
Eli had done stuff before.
Yes, exactly. I remember that.
And-
And briefly, like I started when I was in Chicago. I took some classes up there, but like shortly after I got involved up there, I moved down here. So I started doing mics down here a little bit. I took some classes at Spitfire.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
That was when they did stand-up classes. They don't do them as much anymore.
No, I don't think so.
But takeout was actually in one of my classes.
That's cool.
And stuff.
That's cool.
And then kind of did mics with varying consistency. Really started doing it a lot more though when Bobby got involved. And
Yeah.
started doing it with me.
And why did you get involved?
I think you got to hold people accountable, though. That's what happens when you invited me. But I was at the gym. It was like April 2023. And Eli texted me and was like, "Hey, man, you got to hold me accountable to start doing open mics." And I was like, "You let me know, I'll be there. Like, I'll support you. I love comedy.
Yeah.
Always enjoyed going to comedy shows." And then he texted me back, and I'll never forget this because I was lifting weights, and he was like, "You should just come up with me one night." And I just started getting sweats. Like, my hands just started. I was at the gym by myself working out, and I was like, 5 minutes? And I remember he's like, "Dude, all you need is 5 minutes." I was like, I can do that. So then it was June of 23. We went over to Tampa for the first time. We did
Tampa
it
Improv.
No way.
Yeah.
You did the open mic there?
That mic up front with the stages up. Yeah. Went there and did one.
We got to tell the story about that, though.
Yeah, that was funny. That was Bobby's first mic. And dude, you can tell it's funny though.
We got there early, and then we walked into like the theater part where you actually
the main room.
and we're sitting there, and there's comedy going on, and we're like, "Where do you sign up for this stuff?" And they're like, "That's in the bar area." So we walked out there, we got signed up, it's packed, and I'm like, "This is so cool! Like, your first time, you gotta just." And I guess like look around and take everything in because you can only do it once. The first time, I always tell anyone who gets on stage the first time, so only do it once. And then you sign up, they pull names. Eli gets called in the first 30 to 45 minutes.
Starts at 8. I'm up at like 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
is normal, right?
Yeah.
names. 10 o'clock comes. 10:30 comes. 11 o'clock comes.
Were there audience members there?
Dude, it was actually pretty full.
It was a
Wow.
packed.
Turnout,
Yeah, people were coming and going. I'm like, when am I going up?
Of course, he's nervous too.
Yeah,
He's sitting
yeah.
there, and I'm like, dude, your time's coming, man.
I go up to the main guy and I'm like, hey, where, like, when, how many people are left? And I look down at his list and my name is crossed off. And he's like, well, what's your name? And I was like, the one you got crossed off right there. And he was like, didn't you go already? I was like, no.
Oh.
He goes, I'll get you up next. And I was like, oh, man. And I went up there and just bombed.
Do you remember what your first jokes were about?
Yeah, I got them written down. Yeah, 100%. I actually had pulled a couple of those back since our last show because I'm like, I'm in a better spot with comedy. I know I can work on this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funniest part about it is, though, the second mic we went to was at the Gimmick.
Yeah.
It
That was
was,
my second mic as well.
It was the bomb shelter on Wednesday night.
Oh.
Similar thing happened. He goes up early.
I get called.
wait, and like at this point in time, I couldn't like just piece stuff together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so like I was trying though. I'd had a busy week of work. I'm sitting in the crowd, just kind of like editing stuff as I'm sitting there. Get called up at like 11:30. Bomb so hard they cut me short. They don't even let me finish my final joke.
Oh
They
my
put the music
God.
on, they're like, and I'm like, dude, there it is, man. That's his first two.
Yeah.
That was a reality
Yeah.
shock. We had Saul Bag comics, obviously. Every open mic you're going to have that. Also, it's 24, not 23. So that happens with the Gimmick. And I'm like, okay, this is real. The hurricanes hit. My parents lose their home.
Oh my gosh.
So then I just needed outlets to go do, like, just get out of my place.
Yeah.
Because they were living with me for a month and a
Oh
half, 2 months.
man.
It's life, the price
Yeah.
you pay in paradise.
Yeah.
There was one mic where he said, hey, I've been super busy with work. I'm like, I got to go. But I'm not going by myself. So I invited like 4 or 5 friends. They showed up. I had a blast. And then he came the next Friday, and we invited everybody.
Yeah.
And that's where it came in, where we walked in. They had a show earlier at 8:30. The open mic starts at 10. And then all these people come crawling in.
Yeah.
We had more people at the open mic than the show.
Yeah.
Then the door girl, I think it was Kiki,
Yeah.
Kiki.
ends up calling up the club owner, Kenny, like, hey, there's more people at this
Yeah.
open mic for these 2 idiots than there are for the main act, whoever that was.
Yeah.
And so he comes running down from Clearwater. He introduces us, and he's like, you guys think you can do this on another night? I'm like, yeah, you just tell us the night, man. We'll pack the house. And then Eli and I got together literally like the next 2 weeks. We're like, when can we do this? We were like rushing.
Yeah.
And we picked December 12th, which was a Thursday
And
night.
you were on that, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you crushed that. We were joking about your
That was
like
fun.
one of your first jokes was making fun of you. Like, well, there's something going on with Bobby and Eli, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was on a tee for him, dude. He knocked it out of the park.
Oh my god.
We were 6 months in, and we
Did you guys have family members come to that too? Did your
Oh,
mom
yes.
and dad?
He
come?
did. I did not.
But
My
one of
family's
the-
mostly still up.
Your family came to a couple of your shows though before,
My
right?
dad's been down he was here for the show in March, and then I guess I had some relatives that have a place in Bradenton. They're down here some of the time, so they came out for that one, and then my dad was back here in December.
How do you guys feel about doing comedy in front of your family members? Do you like it?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
so
obsessed
cool.
with it.
I'm like really jealous about that. I think only my sister saw me do comedy in Philly before, or in South Jersey, but my parents never see me do comedy. I would really want to talk about my dick on stage, in front
Yeah.
of my mom. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I have it written in one of my notes. It's like interesting doing comedy when you have a support system, right? That's not used to hearing you talk like that
Yeah.
and stuff. And I feel like I'm still trying to figure out my limits, my range, what I feel comfortable talking about on stage. And,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
What
I
do
don't
you
know, it's
not
fun.
feel comfortable about talking on stage?
There's
right
definitely
now?
certain things I don't talk about. Like I don't talk about things that I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really touch religion, politics, stuff like that. It just doesn't really. I'm not as well enough versed in it. I don't really want to go there, but I also have a 9 to 5 too. I have a day
Yeah.
job, but I don't want to like really
Exactly. Exactly.
jeopardize either. So
Exactly.
I'd be aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably feel the same way. And some
Dude, I do, but then like because like when you were saying about politics and religion, I'm the same way. Like especially with politics, like I don't even know what's going on.
Correct.
You
It's
know?
the best way to go about
I'll leave
it.
that to
Exactly.
other people that feel more passionate about that.
That's a great way to put it.
I can try to be funny in other areas that I know.
But what I will say over the past couple of months is I started getting so in my own voice of like because I don't know about politics, I've been writing jokes that are like, oh, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so like, not that this is advice, but I'm just saying, don't be afraid to
Right. Well, and that's the funny
dabble
thing
in it in a
itself.
weird way,
Yeah.
right?
I've been trying to use like the wrong words on purpose sometimes, like where it's ambidextrous, use amphibious.
That's
and then
funny.
you hear people mumble in the crowd, and it's like that's the joke.
That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But to your point, yeah, like knowing that you're wrong, and then people eventually like, oh, he was doing that intentionally. It's a whole other.
Did
side
you
of it.
did you guys start Sunrise together, or did you? Are you the founder?
I'm one of the founders.
How many founders and what is Sunrise?
So Sunrise Crew is a community that decides to be crazy, wake up every Monday and Friday mornings, and we work out at 6:30 a.m. over at Elvo Rouse Park near the Vinoy. That started in 2023, which was a year before comedy. But I had just...
That's like 3 years ago.
We are literally, this upcoming week will be our 3-year
What?
anniversary of never missing a Monday or Friday workout.
That's fucking
I've missed some
nuts.
Mondays and Fridays.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I had just gotten fired from a job. I had worked in TV and news for my entire adulthood life. At that point, it was
Wow.
5 years. I had quit my job, got a marketing job up at a place in Clearwater. Worked there for 6 months. On the 6 month, like to the date, got called into the office for my yearly review, and they fired me.
What?
Dude, insane. I'd never been fired a day in my life, and I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening? So I drive home. I called my mom up at the first call. Then I called Jesse Rooney. And Jesse Rooney is one of my good buddies down here, and his first response was, awesome. Let's go work out.
Wow.
And I'll never forget that. I was like, what? He goes, you're going to be fine. You're going to get on your feet, but like let's de-stress this way.
Yeah.
So I started meeting him every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we met up with these 2 other guys. He said, there's some guys that go down there every morning and work out. And we met up with them. And then us 4 started doing this thing every Monday and Friday. The one guy brought his girlfriend. She started taking photos afterwards.
Wow.
Girls see other girls working out, feel included. And then it became this, which is like...
How would you describe it? It's like fucking madness, dude.
It is a community trip.
But what I will say is on the Mondays, the Monday crew needs to step it up.
Well, the thing is, I can't get mad at people on Mondays. Number one, the weather right now is not fun.
Yeah.
But number two, a lot of people either are off Fridays or work remote on Fridays, so they have a much lenient
Yeah,
schedule. And they
true.
also want to end the week better.
Definitely.
So I'm fine with that. But I also like the small field. There's people
Yeah.
that come only on Mondays because
Yeah.
of that field. They miss the old days where it was just, if we had 10 people, it's like, oh, we got a huge crew today. Where now it's like, oh, we don't have 30 people on a Friday. It's like the weather must suck.
yeah.
I consider myself one of the OGs. I was probably like first 10 or so.
Uh-huh.
Heard about it through Bobby and Jesse. It was one time we were at the beach and they were talking about it, and I work out a pretty good amount anyways, and so I was like, okay, I can't keep hearing
Yeah, I
you guys
can
talk
tell,
about
bro.
this. Thank you.
I can tell.
But I can't keep hearing them talk about it and then not go, right? Not go check it out. So I got involved with it. I was doing a lot more. I was doing it really consistently then because I was working from home still a good amount.
yeah. Does everyone just fucking work from home now?
No, not everybody. I was in that
Dude.
group.
I go to Sourdough Co. and there's like fucking people making $70,000 a year just on their laptop
Yeah.
eating
There's
sourdough.
people that have like multiple remote jobs now. Have you seen that?
no,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that.
I know people that do that.
Multiple.
I will not put their name on.
Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
technically work like 80 hours a week because it's
Yeah.
like 2
full
full-time
jobs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is all I'll say though. I know you joke about like the hot people in Sunrise Crew and stuff, but it's really like
I'm
not
just
an
joking
intimidating
about
bunch.
it
I
for
know.
because they're watching
but
this
I've-
and I
I've-
want them to call me.
Of course. And don't worry, we'll share your info. But no, it's truly a very welcoming group. And the cool
totally.
thing about it is it's not like a competitive thing at all. Everybody's doing their own thing, like with their career and their lives and stuff.
Yeah.
You get together. The workout's not too bad. You just get the blood flowing. You go get coffee afterwards.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of good people in there.
Yeah.
A lot of great people. A lot of really good friends.
I met a lot of good dudes, you
Yeah.
know, ideally less of them, you know, that I'm
Right.
meeting, less good dudes, more
Right.
good women.
I think it's a mindset that like you have to. I can't even think
No,
of
go on,
something.
go on.
But like to get up at 5 something or 6 o'clock in
Yeah,
the morning
you
to
bike there,
and
bro.
on Fridays. I can't say
okay,
this every
okay,
time, but
okay.
yes, I mean it's been miserably cold, but like you have to have a mindset to go there at that time, and people will have an excuse. And we're not bashing anyone because that's not what we're there to
No.
do. We're trying to make sure
It
you have
is
a good
very
day.
welcoming.
Yes. If you show up, awesome. Let's go have a good workout. Let's sweat a little bit. Let's go get coffee and relax.
Yeah.
And then if you don't show up, it's like, hey, no matter what happens, if you want to come back to us, we're going to be there. We've been doing this literally consistently for 3 years straight.
It's fucking sick. But Bobby, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a warrant this morning. An officer knocked on my door and they said, "You are doing a podcast with Bobby Brashado, Levine." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And he was like, "We have been stopping this man on a bicycle for months on end.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the St. Petersburg Police Department?
The bike bandit is here. Yeah.
Why are they stopping you and what is going on?"
I'm just as confused as you are. This happened. So what Jared is talking about, I am currently in a court case with St. Pete PD. I got pulled over on my bicycle 4 months ago now. And for allegedly running a red light on Central and 37th and having my headphones in. And I wanted to tell the officer, I was so polite. I said, like, you know, if you want to go back 4 blocks, there's guys shooting up heroin I just passed.
What?
And were stopping me for this.
Yeah.
He handed me the ticket. He said you could pay it however you want to. It won't go on your driver's license because it's not a car. And then he handed it to me and I said, "So I can also take this to court?" And he looked at me like, "Yeah, of course." And I was like, "I'll see you in court next month." Now, this has dragged on for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm just as confused. I cannot wait to go to court and
But
present
wait,
my case.
you got pulled over again though recently?
No, that was a joke. I'm a comedian.
we walked out of the Bird Nutrition.
Yes.
And a bunch of cops.
Oh
up there,
my
like,
god,
morning.
dude!
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
scared. I was like,
People were-
dude, you're like the Jewish Meek Mill over here, getting pulled
He's
over.
been called that often, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
And people are like, "Are you gonna talk about this?" I said, "Yeah." Like when I get up on stage, I'll talk about this, but I want to have the court case completely
Yeah.
over with before I even start doing anything. Because
Why did the headphones matter?
Because it's technically you're a vehicle. You got you can't drive with headphones.
You can't even drive with
I didn't know
headphones.
that.
I
But
didn't
it's
know
a
that.
second.
works
It's a
sometimes.
second offense. Like
Okay.
they can't pull you over because of that. Like if you.
It's if you get pulled over and then you also have that.
Yeah,
advantage.
like-
with you, they couldn't not see it. They pulled you over
Yes. Yes.
on the bike. Okay.
So you guys went to college together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about what that was like.
Ohio University, baby.
Yeah, Ohio University. I transferred in actually spring of my freshman year.
Uh-huh.
So Bobby had already been there a semester. We ended up living in the same dorm. And we were always cool. Like, he kind of ran with a different group of people, and I did as well. But we were always cool. We'd see each other out and stuff. And then as college went on, we had a class or two together. We had an internship together, and then we also played in the same intramural softball team. He invited me to be on the softball team and stuff. So yeah, it was cool, and like we were always pretty cool. But then after college, kind of just went our separate ways. And
How did you guys get linked back up?
well, so yeah, when I moved down here for a job opportunity. I had a couple other friends in Tampa, and the previous rep for my company had been in Tampa. And then I didn't even realize that Bobby was in St. Pete and how close that was. I
Wow.
just didn't, and he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you want to grab dinner or something?" I'm over here in St. Pete, and then here we are. But yeah, really cool.
And you're like a
connection.
local to this area.
Kind of. I mean, we've been coming down as a family for vacation 2-3 times every single year since 2001.
Wow.
So where we are here, I mean, we wouldn't.
Do you have memories of St. Pete back then?
Not downtown because we wouldn't come downtown. Downtown was not an area to go to. It was a very rough area.
Wow.
In the last 10 to 15 years, they've completely
So
switched it
you've
over.
seen like a lot of changes.
Yeah. I mean, I
so-
remember driving over to my aunt and uncles who live up in Old Northeast,
Uh-huh.
and my dad's like, we could live here, but we're gonna live on the beach because we'd never want to live
in historic
No,
Old
no.
Northeast.
Old Northeast was always fine, but like the
Oh.
surrounding areas were
Wow.
always super rough. But I remember going to the Trop as a kid to watch baseball games,
Uh-huh.
and my dad's like, "We are gonna get back to our car and get back to the beaches because
Wow.
this is not where we want to be.
What's funny is like I have an interesting tie to St. Pete too. My parents were down here from 88 or 89 to 91.
Damn.
92 time frame. Yeah, they moved down, and my dad jokes about it. I mean, he loves coming down. My mom's been down a few times. They joke about like, what if they had stayed with how much it's developed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad, when they moved down here, he was 28, I was 28. Kind of like a weird full circle thing. And
Oh, wow. That is
so,
cool.
yeah.
Didn't they get married?
they got married out in front of the Don Cesar in 91.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got to take after your dad, bro. Where's the
Yeah.
lucky lady at?
Gotta
Come
find
on.
the right one first, dude.
Yeah.
Find the right one first. But no, so that's been always kind of a cool tie too. And then yeah, they ended up moving back to my hometown in Ohio, and then full circle, I'm down here now, and I love it.
So talk to me about the Ohio tour.
Okay.
Can you guys?
Yeah.
Is it because
Absolutely.
it's out now, right?
We
Everyone knows
actually,
about
we
it.
just got some of the final kind of details, key details.
There's
in
a
place,
few.
the contract
Yeah, there's a
stuff.
few things we cannot. I don't want to discuss until like the
Chris
ink is-
Rock and Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
are opening for you guys, right? Isn't
Honestly,
Chris Rock opening
I
for you
wish.
guys?
I mean, one day.
I'm kidding.
One day he will. No, Eli and I, we did 5 shows in a calendar year from December 12th of 2024 to December 12th of 2025. Sold out every single one. And then during that time, we've been posting a lot. And all of our friends and family back up in Ohio have been reaching out saying, when are you coming up? When are you coming up? So that our friends and family definitely put that in our ear, like we should do this.
I remember actually going to Sunrise one morning, and then we were at some random coffee shop, and you were telling me about like the Ohio tour. This might have been. Do you remember this?
No, I don't.
It's you just have so many conversations.
No, but the
don't
thing
you,
is, like,
bro?
this has been a process. Like, this is our first one. You're looking at the managers, the booking agent,
Yeah.
everything. Like, it's a 2-man
And
crew.
it's been really cool, like making the calls and having the conversations and stuff. And Columbus and Cincinnati are a little bit more used to stuff like this.
Yeah.
My hometown's like, what, and quite honestly, with it being a smaller town, I thought it'd be a little bit easier. I know a good amount of people, and it's not been as easy as what I expected, but it's fallen into place.
What clubs are you guys going to? Can you talk about that?
Yes, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start off. So Marietta, they have a really historic, beautiful downtown area. We ended up booking the Lafayette Hotel, which is right on the corner of
Wait,
Front
so
Street.
you guys are straight up not even going to comedy clubs?
No. This is
So-
stop 1. There's 3 stops.
Okay.
Yeah. So Thursday night, we'll do Marietta, and the Lafayette actually does comedy shows in this room. It's called the Gun Room.
Oh man.
They can do up to 100 people for us. So we ended up locking that in, and like I said, they do comedy shows typically from December to March. So they already have a little bit of a base and stuff
Wow.
of comedy fans. And yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. I remember taking like field trips to this place. And
No
stuff growing up
way.
And everything. Yeah, they'd have like etiquette classes for us, and so yeah, locked in Marietta recently, which is gonna be sweet. And then yeah, I can let Bobby talk about it a little bit too. But
So the whole process started back in like October, November, heading into our holiday show in December. I was like, we got to start planning this. Like, we cannot wait. So I was calling
we'll
up.
be here before we know it.
Yeah, we started calling up places. I luckily got on the phone early on with Cincinnati. We're going to a comedy club in Cincinnati. It's called the West Side Venue.
What's that comedy club, right?
No, West Side. It's called the West Side Venue. And
Yeah, what the fuck, Eli?
yeah. No, I did the and the guy answered. We put everything together. He was so straightforward. I was like, man, if this is how it's going to be, this could be so smooth sailing. Get to Columbus, where I'm born and raised. This is my bread. Like, I cannot wait to start calling people up. I'm calling up local bars that can fit like 150 to 200 people. And they're like, who are you? I'm like, it doesn't matter who we are. We are going to, in our motto, pack your house. And
I've got some
Dude.
pull in Columbus just from like college friends and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But Bobby being from Columbus, he's very confident in the amount of
Yeah.
experience.
and I love
it.
and I love Eli's and I like duo here because
It's dynamic.
yeah, he puts me in my place sometimes, but I'm the big dreamer. I love thinking
He
huge.
shoots for the stars. I'm a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a fault at times because it's like if you don't aim high, then
The way
like,
that I
you
would
know,
look at you two is like almost like, and I don't mean this like one is better than the other,
Right.
but it seems like this is from a book called Rocket Fuel, but there's like a visionary and then there's a practitioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who's like the executor, who's a little bit more detail oriented, and you're like the visionary and you're like the dreamer almost. But I think when you guys combine,
Yeah.
like guys, there's no one, especially at your stage, that is selling as many tickets as you guys are. Point blank period in this market. People could say what they want about you two, and I encourage them to say more about it because it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You guys are literally going out of this place to your hometown where you're calling up multiple venues that are fitting 100, 150. Like that's nuts, dude.
It's gonna get better. This story. So it was the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, where he's like cold calling people and he's not getting anyone on the list. And I said, screw it. I'm calling up a theater. And I called up a theater in Dublin, and they're like, we can't do that. We're booked that night. And I said, let's dream as big as we can. So in Columbus, it's called Kappa. It's all of the theaters for the performing arts in one. There's like 8 to 10 that you can choose from. Called up the first guy. And again, we've never done this before, so I don't know how many people we need. The guy's like, oh, this theater can hold 2,000. I'm like, that's too much. And then
he does have limits.
I do have limits. I'm like, okay, I can't
God.
overshoot. And we also there's a method to it all. Like we want to have a demand, so we want to sell out. That's the whole point. Having people either missing out and wanting to come back, or showing up, having a great night, and be like, man, I can't wait till these guys come back because I want to go again and see this. So I
think also a big thing is the energy in the room. Like if you have a huge room and it's got like a quarter of the people,
true.
Then it just feels kind of empty and stuff. Like,
but when you pack the house, everyone's having a great time, right?
True, yeah. So, but anyways,
the guy's like, all right, well that's too big. What are you looking for? I said, what's just smallest theater you have? And he goes, 582 people.
Wow.
And I'm not going to mention the name yet because we're getting the contract on Monday or Tuesday.
Cool.
I said, yes, mark me down. So he puts me in contact with the guy, which was like earlier this month in January, calls up. He's like, what's the date you're looking for? I said, April 17th, we're getting Columbus. And he's like, you're not going to believe this, but there's only 2 dates in April that are open, and that's one of them. I said,
what?
I said, lock me in then. Lock me in. And it's been a 3-week period of me going back with them, telling them what we want and all this stuff, and it's all coming
582?
582. I went to
You guys are going to sell that out, you think?
Easily.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, 100%. We're going to sell this out.
You don't even believe it, bro.
dude, I've told him a realistic number of people that I would know that could, could possibly come out and stuff. But hey, he's a dreamer, dude.
Bro. Yeah, that's what you guys gotta do is sell out a fucking theater
Theater.
in Columbus, Ohio, bro. That's retarded.
It is. It's stupid. And honestly, and that's what I told him. I'm like, dude, like again, like you said, like who's doing this? I'm like nobody. That's the whole point. We were paving our own. We're the trailblazers. Right
I
now.
love you guys. Seriously, like that is amazing that you're doing that. And what's the tour called?
The boys are back in town.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And is Andy coming up too?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be our. So obviously, with Eli and I, we go up on stage. We try to get the crowd hyped up. Then she'll be our opener at every site. So
fuck yeah,
it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's it's gonna be sweet.
Fuck yeah. Well, in respect for Joel's soul, we do have to send him on his way to kill Tony very shortly. Where
good luck, Joel. We love you, man.
He's booked already. He already is winning the golden ticket. I'm just calling it now. Is there anything that you guys would like to say? Anything that we didn't talk about? Anything that people might not know about you guys, or any burning desires? Anything like that?
You got anything?
Yeah, I do. And this is to just you, Jared. Thank you for being you. When we started out being doofuses trying to sell out Sunshine, I just remember like Eli and I coming together. We didn't really know a lot of the comedians in the area. We never put on a show, so we never were producers. And I remember going to Kenny and be like, hey, I don't care what you do with the lineup, but we want one person. That was you. So thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And I think to that same point, you're one of those people, like Bobby and I have talked about this before. There's enough laughs to go around.
Yeah.
We're not trying to take anything away from anybody. We're just trying to do our own thing, but like we also want to see other people succeed and do well in the comedy scene and stuff. And you're one of those people that's been echoed that same.
It's symbiotic,
same
bro.
view. Yeah, yeah. And there's a
Absolutely.
lot of people in this scene that feel that same way, and there are a lot of
Yeah.
good people in it. And I think it's just it's cool too because I feel like the scene's just expanding right now.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
It's such a great time to be in Tampa Bay and be in the comedy scene, and more places are doing mics and shows and opening up and stuff. So
I don't understand the mindset when people get angry, like, oh, this guy's doing well. I don't want to see, like, everyone's different in their own craft. Like,
Yeah.
high tides rises all boats. And I want to
Exactly.
see St. Pete and Tampa do well. Like, if someone does well and makes it, like, that's awesome. Like, we were doing mics with that person, whatever, on
Yeah.
that day. Like, why would I want to see someone get shot down? Like, when you're going out on the east coast of Florida or going back up to Philly and doing shows, I'm like, that's awesome. Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
get the name out.
I don't think anyone's success takes away from anyone
No.
else's.
There's so
success,
much to go
you know?
around.
There's enough laughs to go around, like you said.
Yeah.
Where can people find B&E? Where can they find you guys?
Yeah, I mean platforms and stuff.
Yeah.
We did just start a Facebook page for more of the older generation, I'd say.
You need to if you're going to sell this 582,
I know,
bro.
right, I know. But then we're on Instagram as well, B&E_comedy.
Our website.
We have our website, packthehouse.net.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yes.
.com was taken, .org didn't really make
.com.
Packthehouse.net.
.net, dude.
That's fucking nuts.
It was like $10,000 to get .com. I was like, oh, I don't know if we can do that
yeah.
one.
But yeah, we're trying to put some stuff out there, and yeah, dude, just appreciate the opportunity to be on this today, and looking forward to that show Monday, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got Friend Zone Comedy, Moody
Yep.
Mondays,
Yeah.
and you guys packed the house already on
Have
that.
to.
So we'll do a recap video or something. I was texting some videographers about it today.
Oh, let's
so
go.
Sweet.
We'll get some footage and
Perfect.
photos and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching episode 36 of Your Only Friends. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you check out Bobby and Eli for more of their stuff as well. Have a blessed day.